This entire story begins on a dark night on a deserted street in New York when the camera focuses on a toll booth that looks empty. There, a man named Henry is working his night shift as a toll collector. He has a handsome yet expressionless face, his gaze empty as if his life has lost direction. The streetlights and the flow of cars passing by no longer stir anything in him, so he just sits waiting for time to pass until his shift is over. When the night ends, Henry goes home with the same cold demeanor. He arrives at his house where Debbie, his wife, has prepared breakfast. They greet each other with an awkward tone, and when Debbie, almost in despair, asks if Henry still loves her, Henry replies that of course he still loves her. But his answer comes out flat, without emotion, and without any change in his expression.
Good night.
Good. Hey.
Are you gonna go with me to Cindy and Bill's this weekend?
Sure.
I don't want to go to Cindy and Bill's. I want Cindy and Bill to come here.
You're talking about kids.
Of course I am. Henry, do you still love me?
That morning's conversation reveals Debbie's desire to have a child, while Henry, although he does not hate children, feels no calling at all to become a father. The tension of the moment lingers until the doorbell rings loudly. Debbie, still waiting for reassurance from Henry, chooses to stay seated, while Henry opens the door and finds Eddie, an old friend, standing there with Joe, who is drunk and vomiting. They manage to bring Joe inside, and Eddie explains that they were planning to play a baseball game, but are short a player because Joe is sick. Eddie asks Henry to take Joe's place. Henry refuses at first, but eventually agrees, though it slowly becomes clear that the invitation is just a cover.
Oh.
Henry,
So where's this game?
near Kaisertown, about 15 minutes away. Just pull right over here. So, hang tight. We'll be right back.
On the way, Eddie asks to stop at an ATM, claiming he needs to withdraw money to buy drinks, and Henry is asked to wait in the car. Sitting in the driver's seat, Henry realizes something strange. The car is not started normally, but with hot-wired cables, a sign that the car is stolen. Sure enough, Eddie and the two men waiting for him are not going to play baseball, but are actually planning a bank robbery. The poorly planned heist quickly falls apart because they are unprepared. The alarm goes off, employees panic, the security guard pulls out his gun, and Henry, who knows nothing of what is going on, can only raise his hands and surrender. Though innocent, he is arrested at the scene and later interrogated. He refuses to give up any names, perhaps out of loyalty to Eddie or simply because he only knows Eddie. The legal process continues, and the judge sentences Henry as guilty.
These people aren't your friends. Why are you sticking up for them? You're looking at 3 to 7, Henry.
The court sentences Henry Torn to 3 years in prison for the...
Hey, meet me here.
What is surprising is that Henry accepts the verdict with calm resignation, as if life at home or in a prison cell no longer holds any difference for him. In prison, Henry is placed in a cell with Max, a middle-aged inmate around 50 years old who seems relaxed and wise. The two of them quickly become acquainted and close. Max introduces Henry to the unwritten rules behind bars and introduces him to other inmates. One night, during dinner, Max plants a thought that will later change Henry's life, that the greatest crime is not committing a wrongful act, but never daring to pursue a dream. When Max asks Henry what his dream is, Henry is confused and admits he is not even sure he has ever had one. For Max, that is the strangest thing of all. To live without a dream is to live an empty life, and that seed of thought slowly begins to grow in Henry's mind.
Real crime is not committing to your dream. What is yours anyway?
I'm not sure I ever had one.
About a dream. I mean, what kind of life's that? I don't mean any offense, Henry, but you're in jail.
How are you?
I'm okay.
There's something I have to talk to you about.
Okay.
I fell in love. It just happened.
It's all right.
You're not mad?
6 months pass, and Debbie visits Henry in prison with the same cold expression. But this time she brings bitter news. She intends to marry Joe, the man who vomited in front of their house and who was also involved in the robbery. Henry responds only with a faint smile and a flat congratulations. Time continues to pass. A year goes by, and Henry grows accustomed to life in his cell. Max remains a source of comfort and perspective for the other inmates, while Henry lets his beard grow, a subtle sign of sadness not entirely visible on his face, but he is not the type to break easily.
Ward comes and says, "Okay, Max, but what are you going to do for us this time if we let you out? I'm going to break into your house and then I'll kill your dog. They set the house on fire, and I'll bite and I'll mangle and I'll tear the tongue out of everything that's breathing."
Scared the shit out of me, I tell you that. When's your review coming up?
Next month.
Everyone knows Henry's innocent.
I didn't do the crime.
Hey, but you got the time, so you might as well have done it.
If you did the time, you might as well have done the crime. I mean, it's skill.
You never told me your dream.
I'm living it. It's easy living in here. I got nothing to prove.
Finally, the day of his parole arrives. Henry says goodbye to Max with the same blank expression and walks out with no clear direction. He briefly visits his old house, now occupied by Joe and Debbie. The meeting is cold and awkward. Joe greets Henry like a guest. Debbie remains calm and offers a drink, and Henry is surprised to learn that Debbie is now pregnant. Joe thanks Henry for not revealing his identity to the police during the robbery, but Henry responds cynically that he did not even know Joe's name back then.
That's everything you wanted. What are you gonna do now?
I just wanted to say thank you,
I don't know your name.
Homeless and unemployed, Henry stands in front of the bank that had once trapped him and remembers Max's words. If you have already served the sentence, you might as well commit the crime. The thought tempts him, dangerous yet alluring. At that moment, a car bumps into his hip, and from that small accident, he meets Julie Ivanova, a local actress known from Buffalo Lotto commercials who is currently practicing for a stage production of The Cherry Orchard in an old theater. Julie appears as both firm and compassionate. Though angry that Henry was blocking her way, she still makes sure he is all right so the incident does not escalate into a lawsuit.
Idiot! You weren't even looking where you were going! Are you okay?
Right?
Yeah.
Don't get up. I'll call an ambulance.
He walked right out into the street.
No, I saw the whole thing. You were on your phone. You weren't even paying attention. Oh, they let you out, huh?
Yeah.
Coincidentally, Frank, the bank guard who once arrested Henry, passes by and recognizes him. The three of them then walk together to a cafe near the theater, where Julie treats Henry to a coffee before rushing to rehearsal.
Thanks.
Did you call an ambulance?
It's okay. I really am fine.
Hello, guy.
You look familiar.
Take a chance on Buffalo.
That's you.
Unfortunately, yeah. And, be more careful.
Inside the cafe, while waiting, Henry notices an old newspaper article framed on a bathroom wall. The article reveals that during the Prohibition era, there was a secret tunnel that once connected the theater where Julie rehearses to the vault of the bank that had caused Henry so much suffering. Henry reads the article carefully, pondering every word, and an audacious, dangerous idea begins to form in his mind. If he was once imprisoned for robbing a bank he never robbed, perhaps now the time has come to actually rob it for real. The decision stirs inner conflict, but for Henry, it also plants a sense of purpose he had long lost. After reading that old article, Henry begins to feel his life needs a drastic change. He returns to see Max in prison and admits that he finally has a dream.
I figured it out.
You figure what out?
My dream.
Oh, the bank is your dream.
Yeah.
What kind of cockamamie dream is that?
I did the time. I may as well have done the crime.
Help you what?
Will you help me rob the bank?
I missed you, Henry.
But instead of wanting to become an actor or a businessman, his dream is to rob a bank. Max is shocked, even flatly refusing. For him, prison has already become home, and he does not want to get out just to commit another crime. But Henry does not give up. He says he cannot spend the rest of his life behind bars without ever doing something meaningful. He wants to try, and for that, he needs Max's help. After much debate, Max finally gives in. Once freed, they live together in a small flat in Buffalo. Henry then takes Max to the cafe where he first found that old article. From there, Max realizes the map they have is too old, at least 80 years outdated. The bank structure must have changed, so they need to check directly.
Are you kidding me? This is your plan? No, this is 80 years ago.
No guns.
What? But why?
Someone could get hurt.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. First thing we do is we go to this old bank kiosk and we'll see if that's there.
Now, which kind of account would you like to open?
My uncle, he put all his money in your vault when I was a kid. I mean, what was my point anyway?
At the bank, Max, with his typical cleverness, observed that the tunnel is still there, only sealed. From there, they continue to the theater. Max disguises himself as an old actor who once performed decades ago. With Julie's help, he manages to get inside and check the interior. The theater manager even confirms that there was indeed an old tunnel, but its path is now blocked by the dressing room of an actor named Lopakin. From then on, Henry's relationship with Julie grows closer. He invites her to a simple dinner, followed by a date where they eat Chinese food together. Henry, who had always seemed stiff, slowly begins to open up and experience love.
I hate fortune cookies.
I like them.
To break into Lopakin's dressing room, Henry has to take part in the play The Cherry Orchard. With a plan devised by Max, he manages to get a role. The theater director is famously harsh, often scolding Julie, while Max believes Henry has natural talent. Surprisingly, Henry adapts quickly on stage. Behind the scenes, they execute their plan.
Lower.
Henry, that is a shit pile of dirt.
I think we might need another pair of hands.
They break through the wall of the dressing room, but the tunnel is filled with sand. Because of that, they need more help. Henry then recruits Joe, a drunk man who is fed up with his job. Joe agrees, and the three of them begin digging.
We might be able to help. So what do you think?
I think we should get some guns and go get the money through the front door.
Joseph, we're not doing one of those stupid robberies with tellers.
Henry. That girl will come running to easy. Running her down like a mouse after cheese. You got.
But things change when Frank, the bank guard who once arrested Henry, discovers their plan.
First I see you guys in the bank. Now I see you coming out of the theater behind the bank. I know what you're up to, gentlemen.
Instead of reporting them, Frank asks to join. He has a personal reason. The bank had once refused his loan request when his wife was sick, leading to her death. Now he wants revenge and to experience the thrill of one heist in his life.
So what's on your mind, Frank?
Once a month, a truck goes to all our partner banks, takes up all the currency and brings it back home. 8 to 12 million held in our vault. Only a bunch of fools rob that bank any other time. I could help you with the alarms. I could be your guy on the inside.
This sounds like a setup, man.
It does not stop there. Joe, drunk as usual, brings Eddie, Henry's old friend. Eddie forces his way, and even though he refuses to do the digging, Max is angry but eventually accepts because they have no other choice. Meanwhile, the theater rehearsals grow more tense. Julie becomes increasingly stressed as the director keeps berating her.
Liar.
F you, Derek.
Yeah, then show us. Now, if you want to become a great actress, then you have to reveal. Maybe you want to die old, alone, unemployed? Is that what you want? Oh, that's right, Julia. Run!
5 minutes, people. 5 minutes, everyone.
Are you okay?
I hate him. I'm a good actress. I am a damn good actress. I've heard it my whole goddamn life.
What?
And I'm cold.
One day, Henry comforts her and confesses that on opening night, he plans to leave. Julie is furious because Henry's role is crucial, and she pushes him out of her life.
What?
Yeah.
So you're leaving?
I was thinking we could meet.
What?
I was thinking California.
You wreck my play! You make me an accessory to a crime? You're a bank robber! Henry, you're a bank robber. I mean, you...
I can't do it.
You can't do what?
I can't do this.
You forced me out of jail to help you. See, I got through my whole life with my mouth, bullshit. But now I am gonna do something. Do you understand, Henry?
Take a chance on Buffalata!
My dear players, we can show our audience of our imagination. As we say in my home country, go out there and break some dicks.
10 minutes, people, 10 minutes.
Finally, the big night arrives. The performance of the Cherry Orchard begins while Max, Joe, Eddie, and Frank move backstage. Eddie, with his skills, manages to break into the vault, and they haul out a massive amount of cash in bags.
Where is he? Where is that old geezer?
Goodbye.
Go.
Nice of you to join us, old man. Welcome to my world, bitches.
Henry, in between his turns on stage, helps with the heist. But here is where the problem arises. Eddie betrays them, pointing a gun at Max and intending to run away with all the money.
Brando.
Oh, come on, Eddie. We're here. We're done. Come on.
Shut up, Joe. No happy ending for you, my friend.
Oh, you animal!
You old Max.
Max.
Act 4 places, people. It's going very well, everyone.
Fortunately, Max is quicker, and with one swift strike, Eddie goes down. The remaining team then loads the money into the car. Yet on the way, Henry asks them to stop. He realizes that the money is not what he truly wants. What he really desires is Julie. Without hesitation, he goes back to the theater. When Henry arrives, the play is nearly over. Julie is still performing on stage. Henry steps up in the final scene and, in front of the audience, declares his love.
You should have gotten on that stupid train. You made a mistake.
I'm not telling you how I feel.
No, don't pretend you care about me.
You think this is about money?
Yes.
It's never been about money. You know that.
The two of them kiss, and the audience assumes it is part of the play, not realizing it is a real moment between them.
Afraid?
Yes, you are.
Of what, Henry? Tell me.
Meet me in Moscow.
Go with him!
Meet him in Moscow.
Lights down, 10.
The film closes with the message that Henry's crime is not just a story about a bank robbery. It is a story about finding one's identity, the courage to dream, and discovering true love. Julie once said that The Cherry Orchard is a story about leaving the past behind and starting a new life. And now, that is exactly what Henry has done.